Scene script. Have you ever stopped to ponder about the importance of truth in our lives? Picture this. A world where everyone tells the truth, where honesty is the norm, and deceit is but a distant memory. Imagine the unshakable trust that would exist in our relationships, the transparency that would permeate our institutions, and the personal growth that would flourish in all of us. That's the power of truth. Truth acts as the backbone of our individual and collective growth. It encourages us to face our fears, overcome our shortcomings, and strive towards becoming better versions of ourselves. When we choose truth, we choose to live authentically, embracing our strengths and weaknesses, our triumphs and failures. This raw acceptance of ourselves is the foundation of personal growth. It allows us to evolve, adapt, and improve, continually pushing the boundaries of our potential. Beyond the realm of personal growth, the truth plays a pivotal role in our relationships. Trust, the cornerstone of any relationship, is built on the bedrock of honesty. By being truthful, we foster an environment of openness and understanding, nurturing a bond that is both deep and enduring. Truth enables us to connect on a profound level, to empathize and to support each other, to share our joys and sorrows, our dreams and our fears. It's the glue that holds relationships together, the thread that weaves the fabric of our connections. Furthermore, truth is integral to the very fabric of our society. It promotes fairness, justice, and equality, values that are indispensable to the functioning of a healthy society. It ensures transparency in our institutions, accountability in our leaders, and integrity in our actions. It's what sets us free, what empowers us, what makes us us. Yet, in a world where half-truths and falsehoods often seem to dominate, the importance of truth can sometimes be overlooked. But let's not forget, truth is not just about telling the truth. It's about living the truth, breathing the truth, and being the truth. It's about embodying the very essence of truth in our thoughts, words, and actions. Indeed, truth holds a power that shapes our world in remarkable ways. But what happens to our brains when we choose to lie instead? This is a fascinating question that scientists have spent years exploring. Research has found that lying triggers a surge of stress hormones, such as cortisol and adrenaline, which can make us feel anxious and uneasy. Think about the last time you told a lie, no matter how small. Did you feel a rush of nervous energy, a quickening of your heartbeat? That's your brain responding to the lie, triggering a fight or flight response as it struggles to maintain the false reality you've created. But the effects of lying don't stop there. Over time, frequent lying can physically alter the structure of our brains. One study found that habitual liars had more white matter and less grey matter in their prefrontal cortex, the region of the brain responsible for decision-making and problem-solving. This suggests that the brains of frequent liars are wired differently, potentially making it easier for them to lie without feeling the associated stress or guilt. However, this doesn't mean that lying is without consequence. Far from it. The same study found that the reduced grey matter may impair the liar's ability to feel empathy and understand the emotional consequences of their actions. This can lead to a cycle where the liar becomes more detached from their actions, leading to more lies and further changes in their brain structure. In addition to these physical changes, lying can also have psychological effects. It can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and anxiety, which can take a toll on our mental health. Prolonged periods of lying can even lead to chronic stress, which is linked to a range of health problems, from heart disease to depression. So while it may seem easier to tell a little white lie now and then, the science suggests that honesty really is the best policy, not just for the sake of our relationships and our integrity, but for our brain health too. As it turns out, our brains pay a hefty price for dishonesty. The impact of lying doesn't stop at our brains. It reaches out like a ripple in a pond, touching everything and everyone around us. Picture this. You're standing in front of a row of dominoes. With a single push, the first one tips, then the next, then the next. That's how lies work. The first one might seem harmless, a small untruth to smooth over an uncomfortable situation. But once it starts, it's hard to stop. Think about the breakdown of relationships. When trust is shattered by a lie, it's like a glass vase that's been dropped. Even if you manage to glue it back together, the cracks still remain, visible reminders of a promise broken. Friendships, partnerships, even marriages have been ended because of lies. The cost of a lie is far more than the temporary discomfort of telling the truth. Then there is the loss of credibility. Once you're known as a liar, that reputation sticks. It's like a stain that won't wash out, no matter how hard you try. Your words lose their weight. Your promises become empty air. People stop believing in you, and that can be a heavy price to pay. Consider also the increased likelihood of more lies. It's like trying to cover up a hole with a sheet of paper. One gust of wind and it's exposed again. So you add another sheet, then another, then another. Before you know it, you're trapped in a web of your own making, each lie making it more complicated, more tangled. The domino effect of lies is a chain reaction that can spiral out of control, causing damage that may take years to repair, if it can be repaired at all. It's a path that starts with a single step, a single untruth, and it's a path that can be avoided by simply telling the truth. One lie can indeed lead to a cascade of consequences. The cost is too high, the damage too severe. The power of truth, on the other hand, is transformative. It strengthens relationships, builds credibility, and fosters trust. So why not choose truth over lies? But what if we choose to be honest, even when it's difficult? Imagine a world where honesty is the norm, not the exception. The first benefit that comes to mind is improved mental health. When we lie, our brains have to work overtime to keep track of the untruths we've spun. This can lead to stress, anxiety, and even physical health problems over time. Honesty, on the other hand, allows our minds to remain uncluttered by falsehoods. We can breathe easier knowing that there are no webs of deception to untangle. Now think about your relationships. Whether they're friendships, romantic partnerships, or familial bonds, they're all built on a foundation of trust. When we're honest, we strengthen that foundation. Our loved ones know they can rely on us to tell them the truth, even when it's hard. Honesty fosters a sense of security and trust that lying can never achieve. It's the cornerstone of every strong, healthy relationship. But honesty doesn't just benefit our relationships with others, it also enhances our personal integrity. Integrity is about being true to ourselves, about living in alignment with our values. When we're honest, we demonstrate a commitment to truth and authenticity. We show that we value reality over convenience, truth over comfort, and in doing so, we develop a deep sense of self-respect. It's also worth noting that honesty can lead to personal growth. When we're honest about our mistakes, we're more likely to learn from them and make better choices in the future. Honesty encourages us to confront our flaws and weaknesses head-on, which is the first step towards improving ourselves. Finally, honesty can open doors that lying can never unlock. When people know they can trust us, they're more likely to give us opportunities. They'll confide in us, rely on us, and see us as leaders. Honesty, then, can be a powerful tool for personal and professional success. Choosing honesty, it seems, offers a multitude of benefits. So, how can we cultivate a habit of truthfulness in our lives? The path to truth is a journey that each one of us can embark upon, and it begins with a single step. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the act of paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. It's about being aware of our thoughts, our feelings, our words, and our actions. By being mindful, we can catch ourselves before we spin a web of deceit, and instead choose to voice the truth. It's not just about spotting the lies we tell others, but also the lies we tell ourselves. This requires introspection, being honest with ourselves about our motivations, fears, and desires. It's about recognizing that the truth, as uncomfortable as it may be, is the bedrock of authenticity and integrity. The second step on this path is accountability. It's about taking responsibility for our words and actions and acknowledging the impact they have on others. When we hold ourselves accountable, we discourage dishonesty and encourage transparency. Accountability fosters trust, respect, and open lines of communication, making it easier for us to speak the truth. Understanding the value of truth is the third and perhaps the most crucial step. Realize that truth is not just about facts and figures. It's about relationships, character, and trust. It's about realizing that every time we tell the truth, we are choosing respect over manipulation, authenticity over pretense, and love over fear. And remember, cultivating a habit of truthfulness isn't about being perfect. We all falter and make mistakes. But each time we choose truth over deceit, we strengthen our commitment to honesty. We build a foundation of trust not just with others, but with ourselves. The path to truth isn't always easy. It requires courage, self-awareness, and a commitment to growth, but the rewards are well worth the effort. For truth is not just a virtue, it's a way of life. By embracing truth, we open up a world of positive possibilities. So is the truth always the best policy? We've journeyed through the power of truth, the science of lying, the domino effect of lies, and the benefits of honesty. We've seen how lies can harm our brains and lives, and how honesty can foster growth and trust. Embracing truth, even when it's difficult, is a transformative choice we each have the power to make. The truth might be tough, but its power is undeniable. Choose honesty, choose growth,